And we're back with another video. This time we're all about the boundaries. Putting boundaries in place so you don't get played out here in these dating and relationship streets. Let's jump into digital boundaries. Digital boundaries is super important. But before I get into that, hold on. I know you hear people saying, oh, my boundaries, I put my boundaries, you guys said boundaries. But girl, did you know there are several types of boundaries? And during this particular video, I'm going to cover at least 4 of them. So let's go ahead and get started. Number 1, digital boundaries. So digital boundaries is exactly what it's talking about. Digital, right? So that's online, that's media, that's managing your interactions online through technology and, you know, of course, to protect your privacy and your personal time. It's all about you. Dating is all about you. Who you choose, why you choose them, and why you stay in a relationship with them. So signs of unhealthy digital boundaries can be anything like responding right away because you feel like you have to. So when you get that good morning text and he makes you smile and it's just like, hey baby, what's up? Good morning, boo. I miss you. Girl, it's not even that serious, okay? Leave them on red for a little while. Feeling obligated to actually respond is not unhealthy. It's an unhealthy boundary, okay? So I don't want you to feel pressured to be constantly online, texting, and just doing all those things, right? Your digital boundaries are super important, especially in 2025 and beyond. As, you know, technology becomes more advanced, more people may feel more inclined to be bound to their technological devices. So I want to make sure that that is not you. Set up your healthy boundaries. You have to do that by limiting your social media and limiting, of course, your screen time, whether it's texting, that good morning text, or just even setting limits on the time frame that you'll be responding to people. Some of these men, they just text you at all types of hours of the night, types of hours in the morning, 6 a.m., 4 a.m. You are a queen and you deserve to be treated as such. So choosing who has access to you is super important. Remember, in my last video when we talked about the reasons why you're only getting text and not phone calls or communication, face-to-face communication, is because he has too much access to you. Use that voice over number. Use a Google number. Limit that contact, right? With those type of phone numbers, he can't call and text you. He can't text you all the time. So set those digital boundaries up immediately. The next boundary that is super important is sexual boundaries, right? I know you're grown. I know you could give it up to whoever you want to give it up to, but you gotta have boundaries. And it's not just about the physical, right? It's about even when you get these text messages. We're going to tie this into digital because it's super important. Dick pics. That's a boundary. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. If you want to be taken seriously, if you want to be seen as somebody's wife, shut that down immediately, okay? It is very disrespectful. And then also question and even ask, what made you think it was okay for me to receive this dick pic from you? Shock him. Because right now he's testing you. He wants to see exactly where your head is at. Do you like it? Do you love it? And he'll play that out accordingly, okay? So make sure that you are shutting down those sexual boundaries. So that could be even feeling pressure to like engage in some type of sexual activity. That is an unhealthy boundary, okay? Being violated and doing things that you don't want to do just because it's your man or your husband or your whoever. That's an unhealthy sexual boundary, okay? The way you're going to combat that, girlfriend, is you're going to communicate your levels of physical intimacy, okay? Let him know, or her, what you are comfortable with prior to the act. And then even when you're in it, right? Sometimes, you know, you guys may be going at it and you feel, and he crosses a line. You're like, wait a minute, but you don't say anything. And your mind is like, oh gosh, but no. Speak up for yourself. Set those boundaries up front, okay? It is super important that you be treated like a woman that is respected. You have to set it up. These men will run any type of game on you. They will do whatever they want to do just to see where your head is at, okay? I'm serious. I want you to make sure you are setting those boundaries. The next thing I want you to make sure you understand is that boundaries are not just about space, 6 feet apart or whatever. Boundaries come in many different forms. The next one that we're going to talk about is time. Time. How do you set up the boundaries of time? I want you to put limits on how much time you give to others. How much time are you giving to other people? How much time is being spent making sure that everybody else is okay, but your needs are not met? How much time are you spending running around making other people's dreams come true, but yours are not being met? How much time are you wasting just focusing on other people, but you are not the focus of attention? Okay, so make sure moving forward after this video, and I don't know why I'm yelling, I'm just excited because I want to make sure you are understanding this information. But let me pull back some. I'm super passionate because I want to make sure you are meeting your love goals with precision. Part of doing that is setting up the proper boundaries in the beginning of the relationship. And some of you ladies, you may be married. If you haven't done that, now is the perfect time. A year from now, you wish you would have started today, okay? So setting clear start and end times is a great way to actually set up those time boundaries, okay? Communicate that to your loved ones. Say, hey guys, I'm working on myself. I'm working on my boundaries. This is what I'm going to be expecting moving forward. Reserve time for your personal self-care. Put it on a calendar. Time is of the essence, and you do get to spend your time the way you want. And I'm going to tell you something. Recently, within the last year, I've been doing that. I'll let my family know. I'm like, listen, I'm not going to be breaking my neck, rushing to cook dinner and do all this and do all that, knowing that I got XYZ going on. You know, sometimes we do try to be superwomen, but we're not superwomen. Tonight, I taught my 13-year-old son how to make dinner. A full dinner, right? So he usually makes tacos. I taught him how to make eggs, taught him how to make the little stuff, right? No, but you're going to get in here and make this chicken. We have baked chicken, rice, and peas. You're going to get in here and make this chicken. Let me show you what to do. Y'all always talking about somebody's son. No, we don't need somebody's daughter trying to have, whatever over my kid. So I just want to make sure that we are setting time up for ourselves. By him doing that, by me showing him how to do that, I was able to save a whole extra hour. It took me an hour to teach him how to make the meal, put it in the oven, all those things. But that last hour that it would have took me to make the dinner or watch the dinner was all on him. And he did it. He took it out himself. He made the plates. He did all of that. It's okay. And it wasn't that bad. And I was able to focus on something else of importance to me. Because Susie, what they call her, Molly the maid, she's gone. We're not doing that no more, okay? So don't take Molly. I want you to ease your family into it or whatever you need to do. But these are just some suggestions, okay? The next thing I want to make sure that you are setting up are your emotional boundaries. These are super important. I would say this is probably the most important out of all of the boundaries. Protecting your emotional well-being by setting limits on how much emotional energy and vulnerability you give to somebody. Game changer. I'm not telling you to do anything that I haven't done myself. Your emotional state could make you or break you. Have you ever heard of the saying, whatever you think is true? Whatever you think is true. So if you think something is going to work, it's going to work. If you think it's not going to work, it's not going to work. And that all pours into your emotional well-being. If you are a woman who is always in despair, your emotional well-being and the boundaries that you set for others is not going to be there. Which is why so many different types of men take advantage of you. Because they see that. They prey on that. P-R-E-Y. They prey on that, okay? I want to make sure that you are in a healthy emotional state. You have to set those boundaries. Some of the ways that you're going to set those boundaries is by sharing personal information when you feel comfortable. If you don't feel like sharing, don't share. Protecting your emotional space when you are overwhelmed. Take a time out. Go sit down. Go take a break. Go walk. Sometimes at work, it could be really crazy. It's really busy. Everything is going on, blah, blah, blah. Take a time out. You don't have to do that right now. Go to the bathroom. Take a 15-minute break. Take a walk. Whatever you need to do to center yourself and get back to you. And know that this particular moment in time is just a particular moment in time and it will pass. You deserve to be emotionally sound, okay? I'm April A. Carter, your certified expert relationship coach. I want you to go over to april.acarter.com to get your hands on some amazing relationship resources that'll help you live your best love life, regardless of where you are right now in your journey. Whether you're single, whether you're in a marriage, whether you are in a situationship. The tools that I have on my website are going to actually help you live your best love life, all starting with you. And remember, dating and relationships are all about you. It's about who you choose, why you choose them, and why you stay in that relationship. So make sure that you are choosing wisely. And once you hone in on those 3 things, you will be able to unlock different levels of your love life because you will be choosing better people. The next boundary that I hear people talk about a lot are physical boundaries. So your space. Girl, you got to stop sharing your space with people who don't deserve you. Everybody can't get access to you. Everybody shouldn't have access to you. Plain and simple. Everybody shouldn't have access to you. So choose how close someone is able to get to you. Choose how close someone is able to stand next to you. Speak up for yourself when someone touches you that you don't want to be touched. Allow yourself to not be in the midst of people who just give you bad vibes. People who you don't gel with. If you have a friend, sometimes as women, we have friends and that friend may have a friend that we don't mess with like that, but we still all hanging out. Set up that physical boundary. They don't need to be in your space. Okay? So for more expert relationship resources, again, go to april.acarter.com and then click right here. We got tons of videos for you to help you live your best love life. I'm a proponent of empowering women to live their best life, regardless of their relationship status. So I want to make sure that you are just doing exactly what you need to do. I'm here to empower, inspire, and motivate. I'm April A. Carter, certified expert relationship coach, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye. And we're